So there are a lot of people who are unhappy. They are not happy with my response and my my coverage and my view on Dragonflight. And so I'm going to go through and talk about some of the issues with the game, etc. And we're also going to make a list, and we're going to talk about what the things people would like to see are as month for the last 5 years. Blizzard, no one at Blizzard knows what the fuck they're doing. WoW is garbage now. They just need to make hot chicks with big boobs. Slash spit removed? What the fuck is that? All this virtue signaling is laughable. Haha. Instead of making the workplace safe, Blizzard just turns women into fruits. What idiots. So let's go ahead and let's talk about each of these issues and get into them. There are a lot of people at Blizzard that know what they're doing. Yes, that's true. Do you know why that's true now and it wasn't true then? Because they fired a bunch of people, number one, and number two, the decisions in the game are different. Like, whenever something happens and it's different than what has been happening, you would say that people know what they're doing, right? Even if it's the same person. You see kind of where I'm saying, yeah, things change. Like, things change. And it has been improved. And I think that, again, the 500 mount, achievement mount, is an example of that. I feel like they just immediately changed that one day. Remember the Season 4 Mythic Plus mount? And they automatically changed that as well within a few days, and they made it look like a Void Walker? They're responding to feedback and criticism directly and swiftly without even the content going live. This is what happened. Like, I'm not talking about like some idea. This is not like a projection. This is what happened. So, yeah, obviously I think this point is stupid. It's so cringe to shit on WoW. Well, yeah, that's because I think that sometimes people don't like, if you don't like what the game is, and you don't like, I think that it's not cringe to shit on WoW, it's cringe to shit on certain things about WoW. Alexstrasza looks great with full skin covered, they just need to make hot chicks with big boobs. I mean, she still has cleavage. I mean, let's be honest, she's still showing plenty of cleavage and plenty of thigh. And again, like, this is the thing, making women covered because of the lawsuit, it's fine. So let's talk about these two issues, and thigh, yeah, exactly. And this is the kind of dumb, you know, information I get to read, right? It's gonna make it work by safe, there's some women and fruits, what idiots. So here's what the difference here is. The picture in Strat, in Skolamons, wasn't on the front cover of the new product. So going back and retroactively removing something that's been in the game for 15 years is not the same as having a chainmail bikini character come out right after the fucking sexual assault allegations. The whole scandal, it's common sense. Yeah, it's not the same fucking thing. People just want their streamer to shit on something they hate. Well, I think so too. I mean, things change over time. Yeah, exactly. And nuance doesn't exist. It's all black and white. I think that these people, here's the way that I see it. I think that these people, it's not like they're sexually assaulting a character, implying it won't get worse. Well, here's the thing, is that I think the Alexstrasza, the old Alexstrasza model was like not super great. Like, it was not really super great because all of the WoW female models looked pretty much the same. Like, if you go back and you look at Ysera, if you go back and you look at Sylvanas, if you go back and you look at Alexstrasza, they all look the exact same. They are all chainmail bikinis. There's no nuance or like anything special to them or anything like that. So if they want to make her character a little bit different, that's fine. Now, are they obviously covering her up? Yeah, I think so. And I do think that it's stupid. I want to make this very clear. I think that the only reason that Blizzard is making this change is because they're worried that people will perceive it badly. And I will go again to what I said with the Jonathan thing. If you pander and you cater to unreasonable people, you then become unreasonable yourself. I'm sure they're worried that some fucking moron at Kotaku is going to write an article about how Blizzard can't stop sexualizing characters because Alexstrasza is in a bikini. That's obviously what they're worried about. Blizzard, in case you're ever watching this, please rest assured that a Kotaku article is not going to stop anybody from playing your game. Nobody gives a shit about articles. Nobody gives a shit about any of this. You're selling a product, and if the game is good, people are going to play it. Fucking look at Lost Ark. People play Lost Ark, and it's sexist as hell. Nobody gives a shit. It's because it doesn't matter. The people that care about this stuff aren't the ones that play the games. That's the truth. I read Kotaku. No, I've read Kotaku as well. What I'm saying is I don't make decisions off what they say, which is two very different things. As long as the game is good. Yeah, exactly. And so it's important to keep that in mind. So yeah, we've had a lot of these comments and a lot of these negative people unhappy that I've been positive about Dragonflight. Maybe it's because it's alienating those people. Anything is alienating anyone. Anything can alienate anyone. Like, for example, how the fuck can you make an argument that, oh wow, a girl in a fucking bikini is alienating, but having alcohol isn't? How many people grew up with abusive parents because of alcohol? But somehow it's a fucking chainmail bikini, it's the problem? I think alcohol is 1,000 times worse in a game than a fucking chainmail bikini. Get the fuck out of here with that. Yeah, no, we're not gonna pander to every oversensitive baby because they get mad that they see something that doesn't reflect their worldview. It's Azeroth, it's not the world. It's crazy, man, doing war crimes. Yeah, it's fucking war crime central in WoW. Holy shit. I mean, to be fair, it's war crime central in the US too, right? But I'm just saying, it's just, you know, at least we pretend like those didn't happen. That's the difference. And let's see here. Imagine not wanting to have an expansion because put pants on a fictional character. People have crazy priorities. Here's why people care. It's because that every single time they see that character, they know that character exists in the way that it does because of some unreasonable person's agenda. So whenever they look at the game and they play the game, they look at it in the context of knowing that every single thing that they see is going through the lens of this type of a nutcase. Your willing suspension of disbelief is now harder to attain because you know that this game is a product of some form of social pandering. So that's why it's bad. Yeah, it changes your perspective. And so yes, I do think these things are bad. I think they're fucking ridiculous. Now, is this a reason I'm not going to play the game? No, I don't think so. But if enough other people were, I guarantee you she'd be back in a fucking bikini. That's the fact, and never fucking forget that. You as the customer is always right. And if people stop buying it, it changes. That's a fact. Appealing to the masses. Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy how political WoW's become over the years. Yeah, I think people don't like it. No politics, my waifu games. Exactly. Look how popular Genshin Impact is. It's just a bunch of waifus. That's what people really care about. That's what they like, not this bullshit. It's obvious, and the numbers show it. So anyway, yeah, customer's always right unless they're wrong. No, the customer's always right does not mean that Karen at Starbucks, is right because she wants a year free of Starbucks because they spell their name wrong. Like, that's not the customer's always right. It's the customer as a collective, the customer as a group, a mass group. That is what's always right. And that's what they mean by the customer. And so, yeah, the money is always right. The real crappy gamer thanks for the 5 good subs. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Genshin's massively popular in girls, too, because of husbandos. Yeah, that's because normal people don't want to be tone policed by, like, mentally ill weirdos that are trying to fucking micromanage how characters look in a video game. Like, normal people don't want to hear this. They don't want to see this. They don't want to have anything to do with it. Like, nobody wants to see any of this bullshit. And so anyway, let's go back over. We're going to look at, I fucking hate this goddamn song. They always play this shit. Makes me so mad. Anyway, so we do have to talk about some of the positive things, though, okay? I know I've gotten off on a little bit of a negative slant, and I don't want people to think that this is going to be primarily negative. The truth is that Dragonflight does look good. And I'm going to explain why I think it looks good. And I'm going to respond to some of the people that are being negative about it and read some of the things that they're saying. And so anyway, in general, I think that it does look good. I think that a lot of the people that are negative about Dragonflight, I will be honest, I think that a lot of them are people that quit WoW and there's like some level of fucking dissonance in their head and they are trying to come up with a reason why they made the right decision. Because if they left the game and they admit the game is good, they subconsciously admit they made a bad decision. But you didn't. Please understand this, you didn't. And the reason that you did not make a bad decision is the fact that you left. The fact that you left is the reason why the game got better. Because let's be honest, if they had not fucking had a bunch of people, this mass exodus of people leaving the game last year, they would be still sitting around in a fucking focus group, sniffing each other's farts, talking about how great Warfronts are. Maybe next time we'll do Mythic Warfronts, and there'll be 10 people allowed and not 20, and it'll take twice as long. That's what's going to happen. And so you guys that stopped playing and moved away from it, you made the game better. That doesn't mean that you made the wrong decision by leaving. You made the right decision by leaving. I think it's important for a game to try to earn your money and to try to actually be good. And I do think that it's important to be positive about a game that's trying to move in the right direction. Something like No Man's Sky, something like New World. They've got a long way to go, but they're trying. And I think that goes for a lot. Yeah, that goes for a lot. And I see these people all the time, and I think that a lot of it is that they don't want to admit that, you know, maybe they can play the game again because they've created this like world in their mind that, oh, I don't play WoW anymore, I hate WoW. Like, stop being weird. It's a fucking video game. It's not a relationship. If you don't like the game, stop playing the fucking game. Now, I know there are some people that say, oh, well, it's not going to be fun after 2 months. Okay, then quit after 2 months. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do you mean? Just quit the game after, then if it's not fun anymore, quit the game. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? 2 months is a long time. Exactly. That's a long time. So it seems weird. After $60, yeah, for $60. I've always said that WoW expansions, every WoW expansion, for me, obviously, but I think that for a lot of you guys, how many of you guys, if you value your time at $1 an hour, got your money's worth out of every WoW expansion? Yeah, how many of you guys? Yep, there we go. So that's what's really going on here. That's what it really is. And so anyway, you forgot subscription. I never said not subscription. Yeah, I never said that, because if you're buying, you don't buy the game twice, right? So like you play it the second month, there's going to be a subscription. Yeah, I never said that. And so anyway, let's see back over here. And it's $15. I stopped playing the game after Kata because I felt like the game was going the wrong direction. You think the game is looking to try to emulate Wrath of the Lich King? If you've quit the game that long ago, I think that what you should do is either wait for the pre-patch and then maybe log on, see what people are doing, watch some videos, a stream or something like that. But then wait after the game's been out a while and then come back then. Like, there's no reason that you have to come back immediately and be there on day one. Now, I think that if you don't really care that much, yeah, playing the start of an MMO is great. Every expansion at the beginning is really fun. And Shadowlands was good. WoD was good. Mists of Pandaria was good. They were all good at the beginning. The problems show up later on. All I'm telling people is that if later on comes and you're seeing problems, stop fucking playing. Yeah, stop fucking playing. I think that's what people do with Final Fantasy, and it's actually considered to be the norm to stop playing the game after you've played it enough because people run out of content. This should be the same as everything else. So I'll read a few of the comments here and the people that are negative, and I'm going to explain kind of why I think what I think and the things that I think, why they're positive. Is realized no one going to make Final Fantasy content, got to run back to his old cash cow. So what I find to be odd about this is that I never said that I wasn't going to play Final Fantasy anymore. I never said this. And I fully plan on playing the game again. Why would I not want to play the game? It's like a whole... If you view this as I am a ruthless businessman, then it would be logical for me to also play Final Fantasy so I could be caught up and take advantage of hype for events in Final Fantasy as well. Like, that is the logical conclusion. So, of course I'm going to do that. Yeah, you're feeling arc of your time? Yeah, exactly. Let's see back over here. And Final Fantasy, WoW fans still mauling. Exactly, I think so. So I have to deal with this on a daily basis. Even Bellier is doing the whole toxic positivity shtick. To be fair to Asmongold and Bell, I don't think either one are faking them or anything. They're just too deep in the hype and the copium. Bellier is definitely faking it. So, toxic positivity. I don't think that there's anything that's toxically positive about saying that the alpha looks pretty good. Your horniness, thanks for the 5 good subs. I appreciate that. There's nothing that's toxically positive about saying that you like the fact that they're going back to talent trees and not using borrowed power again. This is not toxic positivity. This is an opinion on the game. And so people are so weird. Yes, this is the mental gymnastics that people have for this. Yes, thank you. Yeah, like toxic positivity. Like I guarantee you that I play this game a lot, right? I know this game, and this is I have been more negative about WoW than anybody. And also, I want to make sure that this is not some sort of fucking like, oh, Asmon is being positive about World of Warcraft because he wants people to watch him play the game. This immediately falls apart the moment that you bring in Diablo Immortal to the equation. I went into Diablo Immortal expecting it to be the worst game possible. I was going to make fun of it, shit on it the entire time. Topes, thank you very much for the 5 good subs. Thank you very much. Thank you. And you know what? I had 100,000 viewers doing that. So there is no correlation that people have to watch have to like what I'm doing. I can shit on something completely and people will probably watch it, to be honest, even more. Right? If you want to use that logic. And so let's see here. If they don't fundamentally change how relevant gear is every patch, then no one will stick with the game. Let's talk about that in a few minutes because I think that's a legitimate concern. I agree with you. And so anyway, let's look at this other stuff here. Can you explain this on time? Can sus people like this? Yeah, there's a lot of people. As with every WoW expansion and beta, not fully true. Asmon with the beta said current systems in place are bad for the game. Yes, exactly. And this is one of the things that I think that these circle jerkers don't really seem to understand. Is that on the release, the announcement of Legion, I said that legendaries would be good because they were targetable. Preach said that they would be garbage. I said they'd be okay that they were targetable. Preach said he didn't think that was going to happen. Preach was right, and they were garbage. Because I said if you go back 5 years ago, I said that Legion will be garbage if you can't target these legendaries. Because people will lose their raid spot, and people will not be able to do that. And so, you remember that? Yeah, I said this the whole time. And Circle Jerkers, yeah, this is stupid. And anyway, so this is what happened in Legion. And I said this before the alpha even came out. Then, let's go ahead and move forward to BFA. I said that Azerite gear was going to be stupid at the very beginning. I said that it was going to be bad at the very beginning. The moment that I saw that you couldn't trade it, and it was like this weird deterministic system of acquiring it, I thought it was going to be garbage. I said that before the alpha even came out. And so that was one thing. And by the way, it never changed until after the game came out. They changed it halfway through Old Year. And so there's that one, right? And on top of that, I think Island Expeditions, I don't really remember what I thought about them. I did like one. I was like, okay, this is dumb. And I just didn't do another one. And so after that, we talk about Shadowlands. As far as I remember, Shadowlands, I was like McConnell and I remember this because I was using my old cam because my cam broke. And we were complaining about the Shadowlands cinematic right after it was over. McConnell and I were. Because we were like, how the fuck did Sylvanas beat the fucking Lich King? How did this happen? This is bullshit. But yeah, this is fake. Like, what is this, right? And so anyway, we said this was bad. And then on top of that, whenever we had the, what was it called? I'm trying to remember what I was even saying. Whenever the Covenants were out, we immediately said that was bad. We immediately said that was bad before the alpha even came out. So the idea that like I've said every expansion is good at the beginning is simply not true. Like I think that yes, I've said that's actually not necessarily true. I've said that expansions were good while I was playing them whenever they first came out, but I have distinguished obvious and clear problems with the past 3 expansions that I had made videos that were ignored by Blizzard until after the game came out in all 3 of those expansions. There is not a system in Dragonflight like that yet. Didn't you say you even Shadowlands was good? Yes, I thought Shadowlands was good for the first few months. The problem with Shadowlands was a lack of content. Castle Nathria was great. PvP was pretty good. I think PvP was great, to be honest. I was a warrior. And I'm sure if you were a Moonkin, you probably liked it even more than I did. And so anyway, the beginning of Shadowlands was good. It was good. I had fun playing the game. Yeah, I had fun playing the game. That's absolutely true. And I think so. It smoothed out. Okay, good. And so anyway, let's see here. People are moving on the forum. Asmongold being an example of the weak-willed gamer over the past 2 weeks. He's done nothing but shit on WoW for the past year. Then one trailer came out and suddenly he's full of hope and huffing the copium. Bending over backwards to the game suddenly. Honestly, it pisses me off. People are getting mad that I like a game. That's right. Their balding middle-aged man streamer likes something different than what they like. Can you believe this? This is disgusting. I can't believe this is so weird. Yeah, this is actually this is the world that I live in. And I want to let everybody know that I don't like comments like this. I do not like these. But nothing that you say will ever make me stop saying what I think. It doesn't matter how many Reddit posts you make. It doesn't matter how many times you complain, how many times you go into chat and get your account banned for saying something stupid. Nothing will stop it. I will keep saying it because I'm right. I know more about the game than you do. These dumb fucking commenters. I played it for 15 fucking years, and there's a reason you're watching me and I'm not watching you. It's because I know what I'm talking about. I've seen this for a long fucking time. And this kind of stupid-ass comment is annoying to me. Because it's completely... It has no context at all. It has nothing to do with the cinematic. I thought the cinematic for Dragonflight was good. I didn't think it was amazing. No, of course not. But it was good. It was fine. It was workable and passable. It was nice. Yeah, that's it. And so anyway, it doesn't even make sense. You were complaining about Shadowlands. Dragonflight was a chance for them to do it right. Exactly. I know that. And so I just want to draw attention to how transparently stupid these comments are. Just how absolutely stupid they are. And just blatantly wrong. Literally just blatantly wrong. It was a weak cinematic. I think it was fine. I actually think the cinematic was fine. It was not as cool as the WoD cinematic. Absolutely not. But I think it was fine. It was passable. It was not amazing. I would say that. And so anyway, you really keep trash talking WoW again and again. Sometimes, yeah, I will give it... I'll say if something is bad, and I'll say if something's good. I think that's it. And also the game isn't fully released yet. That's true, too. Cinematic was simple, and sometimes that's good. Exactly. And let's see here. I thought it was kind of weak, to be honest, but I didn't hate it. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the way that I see it, too. And we watched the Morgan Day interview from Taliesin Navito. Yeah, I might watch that, sure. And anyway, so whenever people still hump on cinematic, you're right, because you have viewers. I bet that's what Alex Jones thinks. I think that the reason why I have viewers is because people watch my stream and they listen to things that are right, and they can trust me to give a fair shake on things. I have a better perspective on the game than a lot of other people do because I've played it so long and I know so much about it. That's why they watch me. That's one of the big reasons. That's why that my WoW videos were the most popular WoW videos. That's a fact. Like, you just go back and you look. That's a fucking fact. And so anyway, trying to entertain you used to. Yeah, I did. And I don't make videos anymore, right? I stream instead. And anyway, so any of these comments or anything like this, they're just stupid. They're made by people that have no real argument, and they're just mad that I'm playing a game that they think that I shouldn't be able to play. That's it. And I think that all of them are completely vapid. They have no actual nuance at all to them. They're fucking stupid. Now, I'll read a few comments here, and if there's anybody who thinks that I need to respond to something, I will. They're completely off base. Well, they're factually wrong. That's the thing, is that they're actually factually wrong. And play what you want, man. Yeah, bro, I'm not stupid. Yeah, well, you're not making the comments. Probably because you ban everyone with normal arguments you don't like. Well, I mean, a lot of times, it's not a normal argument. Usually, I ban people for trying to, like, fucking have a crystal ball and tell me why I like something or why I don't like something. Right? Like, that's why, yeah, I don't like that. And I also don't, it's like I think that the idea that I ban people that just disagree with me is, like, very reductive. Sometimes I do if they do it in a certain way and I'm in a bad mood. Yeah, sure, right? It's my stream. I do what I want. But for the most part, whenever I ban somebody who you say disagrees with me, it's because they act like a fucking asshole whenever they do it. They're rude, they're obnoxious, and so I ban them because I don't want to deal with somebody who's rude and obnoxious. That's all there is to it. And so let's see here. By your opinion, don't think you're always right. I think that a lot of people think that, sure, but I do think that in general I've been right on this, and I don't think anybody can refute what I'm saying. I don't think so at all. They do it to debate you? Well, I don't know about that. I think there are a lot of people that genuinely believe this. It's not something that's just debating. And so anyway, let's go back over. We'll talk at some about these comments here and everything. You have disagreements and be civil. Yeah, exactly. You would just want validation from you. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I absolutely think that's what it is. People want to see, you know, the streamers getting valid. That's why they would get mad whenever streamers wouldn't get emotional. I remember seeing drama about this. People get mad that a streamer wasn't getting emotional at the right cutscene in Final Fantasy. I think Novel had this problem. It was a real fucking issue. And so anyway, and what's this here? Sir, factually wrong, speculate, rude and annoying. Do we arrive at 100% of the community yet? Not yet. No, I think that this is a small group of people that are just very outspoken. That's it. And arguments are never in good faith. Yeah, exactly. And so wait, before I dish out judgment, last two expansions, any indication, it'll just be more of the same. Exactly. And that's why I think that, yeah, I mean, it'll probably be fun to play at the beginning, and then if they're not able to make the game better over time, I think that it'll probably suffer. That's probably what's going to happen, because that's what's happened with the other expansions in the past. I think that would make sense. And anyway, so yes, small and very annoying group. Exactly. And let's see back over here. Read my comment one time. I feel validated. Yeah, there you go. We don't have to disagree with about something. What's this here? About something that has yet to be officially released. There's no proof to either side. Well, there is some proof to what I'm saying. There is legitimate proof that Blizzard has been listening to what players have said. They've literally said it. And it's actually happened. Like, this is not like, yeah, we're not talking about like a theoretical. Like, this is what's happened. I'm talking about like what has already happened. Yeah, they changed the Yeti's not a big deal, but that's one thing. They've changed a number of things. Exactly. Everyone wants to see us keep up the great work. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And of course, it's too stubborn to admit that. Exactly. And let's see here. Only after it started costing them money, which is why I said the people that unsubbed are the reason why the game is getting better. I agree with you. I think that's true. Let's see back over here. Everything looks good whenever you're comparing it to Shadowlands. That's not so. It's crazy to me to see that so many people do believe this. You know, when you're afraid of your favorite minigame dying and do anything to hold on to it. I don't think WoW is ever gonna die. Like, I mean, they're still making EverQuest expansions. Yeah, why would WoW die? WoW is like massively popular. Millions of people played the game. Like, yeah, it's had like 150 million registered accounts over the years. WoW is not gonna die. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Like, it's just, it's not. I don't know what else to say. Human Bellier do the same thing every expansion. Alpha looks good, beta looks good, open beta looks good, release, post-release shit sucks. This doesn't even happen. Why do you guys think that so many people write this fan fiction? Why do you guys think that happens? Yeah, why do you guys... It does not even happen. Yeah, it's not even true. It doesn't even happen. Yeah, it's just crazy. And I think being popular takes away interaction from you. I have no idea, because it does. Let's see here. Self-validates their own feelings. It's true. It's not a fan fiction. Well, what's true about it? Like, everybody said Covenants were going to be awful and they were going to fuck the game up. Everybody said that before Shadowlands came out. Like, literally everyone said this. Like me, Belluer, like, Preach, you were super hyped for Shadowlands? Yeah. Yeah, I thought the game was going to be fun. And I had fun for a while, and then I stopped having fun. I stopped playing the game. Like, I cannot make... Like, there is no person who can ever make a judgment on a 2-year live maintenance cycle of an expansion before the fact of it being released. This is impossible. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, this is impossible to do. Nobody can do this. Like, all I'm saying is that, yeah, I had fun playing the beginning of the expansion. That's it. And what for people that want? Yeah, exactly. And Shadowlands' new expansion, content creators give a lot of crap to. I think that also BFA was the same thing, and so was Legion with the legendaries. But back then, it wasn't as bad because people were still, like, really excited about getting legendaries. People don't remember the CatDany community was calling for them to pull the ripcord before the game was released? Well, of course. And that's the thing, is these people don't know what happened. I do. I was there. And so let's see here. And I'll read some comments, and we'll read some of the people that believe this stuff, and I'll respond to it, and then after that, we're gonna go ahead and move on to some other stuff. Okay? People, what happened? Have said it happened. Blizzard try to blame the game. It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, people just want to play a good game. The Blizzard stuff is relevant. That's it. And so anyway, Josh Jeff Hazley's video with Chris Wilson. Maybe people act like 9.0 wasn't a great patch. The only reason it's looked down on is because of how long it was. That's true. And also the covenants. I think that's definitely true. People expecting you to be psychic and know ahead of time whether you'll like it or not? No, how can I possibly know that? Yeah, it's crazy. People are saying that you were shitting on Shadowlands from the beginning, didn't watch you when you released because you could tell you're having fun. Well, of course I was. Yeah, I was having fun playing the game at the beginning. You want to know one of the big reasons why I was having fun playing the game at the beginning? It's because my preferred covenant was the best one. That was a really big reason why I liked the beginning of Shadowlands. And number two, it's that I also stopped playing the game then. You have to keep that in mind too. That's whenever I quit playing the game to play Final Fantasy. So it's a big factor. And let's see here. And people look positively on Shadowlands in 5 years. There's a track record of shit expansions in a row, which there is. It should be fair game to say that this one won't be much different. I think that it should not be fair game to say things that aren't true. Like, I'm not saying that you should not be able to be skeptical of the expansion. You should not, it's the same thing with pre-ordering or anything like that. Yeah, that's fine. But like whenever you are writing your own fan fiction and you're saying something that didn't happen, I think that's problematic. How do you know it's not true though? Well, things like Blizzard is not listening to feedback, and this is the same, like, to say that this is the same expansion cycle that we've had in the past is patently untrue. Because every other expansion cycle in the past 3 expansions has had one, at least, system that was in the game from the alpha onward, and even sometimes before that was announced in the announcement of the expansion, that was obviously flawed, obviously broken, and Blizzard refused to fix it. This is not true, factually, with Dragonflight. It's just simply not true. That's all there is to it. Like, that's all there is to it. So let's see here. And BFA and Shadowlands are mixed bags. Doesn't mean they were complete garbage. Yeah, I think so. It's not true yet. Well, I mean, I'm not going to write a rain check. Like, if something bad gets announced, then we talk about it, about how it's bad. And if something good gets announced, we talk about it, about how it's good. That's the way the world works. Being constantly pessimistic is just as delusional as being constantly positive. Both of these opinions are rooted in something that is not reality. You read what you see, you look at what you see, and you make a judgment off of that. And you contextualize it with what you've seen in the past. You don't approach it assuming it will be bad or assuming it will be good, and then work backwards from there to justify your opinion. That's the way it works. And so you wait until it's bad. When you play, make the decision before the game comes out. New World, for example. Well, I always said that New World had... Well, New World is an example of a game that I said had problems in beta, and nobody wanted to... New World is like... Oh, I'm so mad! In the preview event of New World, I said the game had problems with end-game progression because there was no level 60 gear. In the beta of New World, I got level 60, and I ran all the dungeons, and I got 600 item level gear. And I said the game had problems. All of the fucking gray-bearded fishing dads said I was delusional and I was farming hate clicks. It turns out 2 months later, after their slow fucking fat asses got there, guess what? I was right. That's what happened. I was there. I beat the game before they even fucking got 60.